Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates. This is Marcie. Got another finished jewelry update for you. I have a twofer for you tonight. So this is two different collections. SoftFlex, the Great Bead Extravaganza Tucson, and also Jessejamesbeads Tropical Paradise Magical Mystery Bead Box. So we're going to look at both of those collections together, and we will take a look at each thing and then just briefly talk about it, and then I'll do more detailed viewing at the end of the video. So this is part of the Tucson SoftFlex Extravaganza. It had gorgeous turquoise beads, copper beads, and lots of wire, and I think this was like a copper SoftFlex wire that came in the kit, and all the colors were gorgeous. So I had a lot of fun with wire, as you can see, and I made this very long so you could see a lot of the SoftFlex, but really played up on the beads and how they looked together and next to each other, all stacked up. So this necklace, I went a little further with the SoftFlex. I kind of wove it in and out of the beads, which I'll show you shortly. I did do a wire wrapped component, and that focal bead came from my stash. I ordered that, I think, on Etsy, and it didn't come with the cabochon in it. I had a cabochon that I ended up gluing in there to kind of pick up that seafoam greenish blue that's in the beads, and I think it turned out really nice. You'll see more of the detail here shortly. So in keeping with making wire-wrapped focals, I did do a 5-drop kind of focal component, and then I made all those drops out of the beads that came in the SoftFlex kit. And then I did just a stacking technique. I'm just going to pan up very slowly, and made stations with wire wrapping. And then at the back, I'll show you, I did more weaving in and out of the SoftFlex wire, and I used a turquoise SoftFlex wire for that. I think this kit came with 2 different kinds of SoftFlex. So here are some earrings that I made with the Tucson Great Bead Extravaganza. I absolutely loved the components that came in this mix, and I did mix brass and copper wire and silver wire to kind of give it that rustic Southwest feel, like almost like you made the jewelry out of found objects, was kind of my thought. And this tray right here is the the Jessejamesbeads Magical Mystery Bead Box, Tropical Paradise. And I made a humongously long necklace, as you can see. I'll show you that in more detail. I absolutely loved the parrot leather drops that I made with the earrings, and the shell beads components and those little flowers. And then, of course, I absolutely love the crystals in all of the mixes. So here is some Tropical Paradise earrings. As you can see, I made a bunch of dangles, and I used an oval link, and I just basically hung the leather parrots, and used a French ear wire. But these are just really, as big as they are, the leather is very lightweight, and so they're very colorful, but they're lightweight, and they're very fun. I actually wore these to a family get-together, and everybody really liked them. So that was a fun pair to make, and a great way to use up beads. And I got to pick, all the beads. I love the flowers, of course, and that bright pop of red and the turquoise. Turned out nice. And then The shell beads were gorgeous. I loved those. I did a little seed bead loop, and I hung this crystal drop on the bottom, and then I stacked more crystals on the top, and I thought those turned out very fun. Again, these are not very heavy, but I did love all the colors in this shell bead. And then with the sparkle, I just think of mermaids and treasure for some reason. These look like waves to me. And then you've got all this sparkly gorgeousness. So that was a fun pair to make also. Last but not least, I absolutely loved these, I don't know what you call these drops. They look like calla lilies maybe. But the enamel I thought was gorgeous, that blue. And I wanted to play up the blue with a little orange. Played with the complementary colors there. And I added another crystal drop and another one of those little cute flowers. I think these are made out of Fimo. And just stacked it and made a little swoop right here to add a little more interest. And these are probably the heaviest pair because they're metal. These calla lily pieces are metal. But as you can see, the orange bead has a coating on it, so it's got a lot of flash. So fell in love with those two. Very fun. And then of course, last but not least in the set, I took many beads. I'll lay this down here. The toggle clasp that came, first of all, is stunning. And I wanted it in the front because it was so pretty. I did not want to hide that. And I basically just did a huge chain of drops down from the loop on the toggle. And I just picked up seed beads, and this leaf bead, I believe, came in the mix. And just the bright yellow, all the tropical colors. And so you can open it this way. But isn't that gorgeous? It was so detailed. I didn't want to hide it. And then everything from that point forward is wire wrapped beads. And I just did a random, all of it was random. And just did the wire wrapping. It's super long. I wore this also with those earrings I just showed you, the parrot earrings. And I wore it with a really bright turquoise and pink silk kimono and an overflowy kind of white top. And it really looked really pretty together. And you just close it up in the front like this, so your beautiful toggle is not hidden. And you can wear it, and everybody can see it. And it's a nice long necklace. I just used Rolo chain on the back. But let me just slide these out here so you can get the full effect. But that, oop, didn't mean to make the camera. I'm gonna scoot in just a bit so you can get a little bit of a closer view. But I just loved all these colors together. And it was a very fun necklace to make. And nothing other, you don't always have to have a pattern. This is very random, and I did mix the metals as well. And I thought it turned out really awesome. I think I'm gonna try to do some more necklaces like that. So that is the Tropical Paradise. Moving on back to the Tucson. These are some earrings I made with the Tucson mix. Let me scoot back out here, just so you can see these better. Again, I loved the check beads, the turquoise with that rust color, and then this really pretty gold color. And I mixed the metals. I've got copper on here and also gold. And the little turbine beads at the bottom in that seafoam green were really cute. So just a cute stacked pair of earrings. I'll put them down here. You can get a closer look. So those turned out nice. And then, kind of in that same colorway, but a little more subtle, I did a copper ear wire, a brass ear wire with some copper wire wrapping in that really beautiful teal drop. I just wanted that to be featured. I love these colors together. I really enjoyed this palette quite a bit. I do enjoy Southwest motifs and colors. It's one of my, I call it boho cowgirl glam. That's what I call it. But I really love this mix from SoftFlex and Jessejamesbeads, and there was a lot of really pretty check beads in this mix as well. Speaking of which, last but not least, I think these are my favorite pair. I'm calling these cactus flower earrings. The flowers with the patina, and then I used the beads to make a little centerpiece, and I did it through, what I did is I took a head pin and I put it back here and wire wrapped it so that it would stay on. And then this tiara cast Thunderbird pendant is to die for. I just love it. And then I loved the little textured oval jump ring. And I thought, again, like a found object, you know, something you would maybe find a few places and then put together later. It just kind of has that antique found object boho cowgirl glam feel. And I could just see this, somebody wearing this with like a flowy sundress and some cowboy boots, you know, or a really cute jean jacket and some turquoise necklaces. Be very cool. But I just fell in love with these Thunderbirds. These are probably my favorite pair out of the group. I like them all, but this is probably my favorite pair. And then getting to the necklaces for the Tucson Great Bead Extravaganza, I used this beautiful, I want to say rust colored SoftFlex, and I just did a huge long bit of that, and then everything is focused at the bottom, so you could layer this very nicely with other jewelry. But I just did the stacking again of the beads, and I made this copper and silver kind of swirly fun item to put over the turquoise bead. That was a lot of fun to make. Gave it a lot of texture, and it picked up, I love these copper beads. They're kind of, I guess I'm calling them lantern beads. I don't know what the name of them are, but I thought with that copper and the teal and the seafoam and that gold color and this beautiful brick red, all of that turned out really nice. And I really love this color SoftFlex. It really combines nicely with all of these colors. So that's this necklace. I'll just let you get a gander a little bit. So all the focus is in the bottom. So you could wear something shorter, definitely. And I think that these Thunderbird earrings would be super cute also. Yeah, that looks really good. Well, you could combine any of them because these also look nice with the stacked check beads. So you can mix and match. That's what's fun about making your own jewelry. You've got options for days. All right, so let me show you this next necklace. And I see he's a little cattywampus, so let me fix him. So this guy has a couple of techniques in him. I made this wire component with some of my mandrels. This cactus piece I purchased on Etsy, and I did add this little cabochon. And then I just did kind of a crisscross of the SoftFlex so that the beads would kind of float. So they're kind of floating. You've got these check beads and the beautiful boho beads. And I absolutely love, like I said, these seafoam turbine beads. And then I attached a copper chain. So more mixed metals. I mixed metals with this like crazy. It really lent itself to that. I even used a gold jump ring here so you would have contrast. Hopefully you can see that. So yeah, this one turned out super neat also. And again, you could combine all those earrings with this necklace as well. Pull out just a little. So that turned out pretty neat. Here's some earrings to go with it, if you so choose. Thought those were fun. Very fun. I had a blast with that box, I have to say. And I like all the boxes, don't get me wrong, but there's some, and you know what I mean, there's some that just really just speak to you, and I think this was one of them for me. And then last but not least, I used more SoftFlex. This is the turquoise SoftFlex color, and I did more of the weaving in and out of the beads, and then some chain stations. And then this piece, I think I've made this on a tutorial before. I did a fringe. I was thinking about doing a big necklace with a bunch of fringe, and then I thought maybe just dangles that look like fringe. So I picked up all the check beads that I loved, and I did a really pretty stacking, and I just let them hang just like a tassel would, or yeah, like a beaded tassel maybe. And then again, I've got stations of beads throughout. And then those beautiful, I love ceramic beads, so fell in love with those. And these beads with the texture are also really cool. I like those as well. Hope you're seeing all this nicely. And I'm gonna lay this out. I'll fan these out so you can get a good view. I'm trying to look through my camera just so I can see what you see. I'm just gonna make it a little bigger. Not trying to make anyone dizzy, but I wanted you to see the detail. I love this colorway. I'm gonna have to play with this some more. I really love it. And the ceramic beads add a nice rustic feel, I think. And I just used a lobster claw clasp in another oval piece to close it up. But I loved also weaving in and out, you know, with this texture. It kind of looks like crisscross on the bead, so I did crisscross with the SoftFlex. So yeah, this collection was a lot of fun. I think I still have beads left over. I always do. But I think probably out of the necklaces, I can't really decide which one's my favorite. I like them all. Kind of like your kids, you like them all for different reasons. But you know, if you've never tried one of the SoftFlex kits, they're great. And this one was a special one, I think, that they did, because Tucson has those bead shows. I think that they were doing a special on that. But anyway, so this is my 2-for jewelry collection for you this evening, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Look at these with that. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm having a blast showing you everything. I've been making stuff like crazy, but I haven't been able to get to showcase it. So it's kind of fun to do a whole week of show and tell. And if you like this, I may just once a quarter maybe do a show and tell of past boxes, or if you like the finished jewelry updates and you want to see them more frequently, let me know, and I will fit them in to our color theory and our other things that we're doing, our color inspiration and our tutorials. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the wonderful comments. I'm glad you're enjoying this and you're getting inspired. That makes me very, very happy. If you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you. Click the like, click the subscription. It all helps my channel, and it helps me buy more beads and bring you more content. So if you can, you know, give it a like, give it a subscription. And those of you that want to explore further with color theory, I have a Facebook group called Marcie Creates. Just look under group, under Creates. And you know what, guys? I just see a pair of earrings I forgot to show you. So, I thought I was going bye-bye, but I'm not. Surprise! April Fools in September. But yeah, the Facebook group, Marcie Creates, and then if you want just color inspiration, you check me out on Pinterest under Marcie Creates, one word, and then Studio. So, I can't believe I forgot these earrings because they're funky and they're fun. Look at these. Woo! These are from the Tropical. Now, the feathers, I don't think the feathers came, but maybe they did. I really don't remember if the feathers came in the mix or not. But anyway, I know the clay beads did, but I mean, nothing says Tropical Paradise like some bright blue feathers, I don't think. But yeah, I forgot about these. They were hanging in another spot. And as I was doing my goodbyes, I saw them in the corner of my eye, and I'm thinking, oh, those are part of the Tropical Paradise. So yeah, these feathered guys are too fun. I think you would get comments coming and going with these on. And they're not that heavy. Like, this is super light, of course. But this is, I think, polymer clay. And then I had these bead caps. So, there you go. Alright, so now I think I'm done. Surprise! But don't you love this blue, feathery? I think of Jessejamesbeads. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably dating myself, but I remember Jessejamesbeads when you know, the Gabor sisters, whatever. I like all that stuff, that old Hollywood stuff. But anyway, yeah, this looks very glamorous and tropical all at the same time. Definitely a sundress, moo-moo kind of earring. Anyway, let's say goodbye again. I'll just tell you how much I appreciate you again. Those of you in Florida, I am thinking about you, and I hear that hurricane's coming towards the Carolinas, so now I'm thinking about all of you. So, prayers, wishes for you to be safe, and I have another probably 2 for you tomorrow night, so be looking forward to another finished jewelry update for tomorrow night. And then, let's see, that's Friday. Saturday, we'll probably have one more, and maybe even one more on Sunday, depending on where I'm at with a few more boxes. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next video.